There's no safer place in a storm.
Turn on the cheer at the Holiday Lights Festival
and help shine the light on hunger.
Bring the family to the New Year's Eve Fireworks Spectacular. Enjoy the region's largest New Year's Eve fireworks display that's synchronized with music on Star 104.5, the Christmas station. Produced by Mayor Gene Stothard and the Downtown Omaha Inc. Foundation. Presented by ConAgra Foods, Action 3 News, and Star 104.5.
Become a fan of Action 3 News on Facebook and join the conversation.
Burton, for all your home comfort needs. Be ready for winter. Call Burton today and they'll send out a trained technician to safety check your furnace for only $27.
If your furnace is hurting, just call Burton.
Soon, Cox will bring us internet that's 100 times more powerful.
Peekaboo.
And we'll be able to do anything we imagine.
In the corner, looking kind of blue. Don't you try to hide from you know who. Peekaboo, peekaboo, I see you.
Holographic gaming. That's what I'm gonna do with Gigablast.
Cox is unleashing Gigablast Internet. How will you live the gig life?
Many people clean their dentures with toothpaste or plain water. And even though their dentures look clean, in reality, they're not. If a denture were to be put under a microscope, we can see all the bacteria that still exist on the denture. And that bacteria multiplies very rapidly. That's why dentists recommend cleaning with Polident every day. Polident's unique microclean formula works in just 3 minutes, killing 99.99% of odor-causing bacteria. For a cleaner, fresher, brighter denture every day.
Burton, for all your home comfort needs. No heat, old furnace done? Call Burton. They're offering a free furnace with the purchase of a qualifying new high-efficiency system.
If your furnace is hurting, just call Burton.
Save 50% off suggested retail on furniture, carpet, and area rugs now at Nebraska Furniture Mart. You're watching KMTV Action 3 News with Deanne Brink, Matt Monroe, and weather with Ryan McPike. This is Action 3 News live at midday.
Some 30 million people here in the U.S. under threat today as storms continue to track eastward. This system has already spawned record snowfall, massive tornadoes, and flooding. Over the Christmas weekend, Texas saw nearly half a dozen deadly tornadoes. Flash floods and whiteout conditions led to states of emergency in New Mexico and Missouri. 24 deaths were reported over the weekend due to the inclement weather. And of course, we have some crazy weather here today. Nothing that bad. Here's Ryan McPike with our winter weather forecast. Ryan.
Yeah, Matt. Team coverage here in Omaha. We've got Lindsay and Shantae out this afternoon here early on this Monday, and we are continuing to track the roads for you. Not a ton of snow inch-wise as far as what's fallen, but we've got strong winds. And unlike last Thursday where it was coming straight down the big wet flakes, we have a lot of wind, and that's blowing this light powdery snow all over the place. So right now, a couple inches on the ground here in the metro, about 2 to 2.5 on average. Isolated 3 to 4 inch amounts, especially as you head into southwestern Iowa. The combination of snow and wind the rest of the afternoon will keep Threat Tracker in the orange or high category. Outside right now, again, snow continues to come down. It's still pretty steady here in the metro. I think we're going to end up with several inches, although I'll show you my updated thinking on that in just a moment. And with the north winds gusting to 30, still considerable blowing and drifting, which kind of makes it a pain once you scrape your driveway or the road crews move the streets. Some of that blows back over. The other thing for driving, it really knocks down the visibility or how far you can see. So watch for that. Obviously, it's cold. We just saw temperatures at 20 degrees. And obviously, with the snow, there's going to be some slick spots. All right, here's the interchange, I-80 and 680. And boy, it looks impressive. Visibility still down. A lot of white out there on the ground. Right now, 20 with the north wind at 20. Feels like 4, so 20s turn into 4 when you tie them all together there with the air temperature and the wind speed. Other temperatures, they haven't changed much. Everybody's warmed about 4 or 5 degrees since this morning. Wayne and Norfolk still only 13 early on this Monday afternoon, and then low and eventually mid-20s down to the southeast. I just talked to a friend in Kansas City. She said it's kind of sleeting and drizzling in 31, so it does warm up to the south. There's a lot of warmer, relatively speaking, and moist air that's kind of working in the system. The problem is there's also a layer of dry air between here and there, and that may be the stumbling block. So a little untraditional. I'm going to start out wide here and kind of show you the full scope of the system. Here's the band of snow that's been on top of us all morning. Brighter white areas show those steadier snow bands, and we're still in that here in the metro. That dryer is trying to sneak in. So far, the snow continues to win out here all the way down to about the Missouri state line. Then this little gap has been steadily filled in by the storm itself. The problem is you can see the northern edge of that getting eroded away. So this dryer, very troublesome in these snow forecasts. And once again, I still think this will ultimately kind of zing off into central portions of Iowa. This will hang on for a while, but we'll just have to see. If it continues to hang, we'll continue to add to the snow accumulation. I think that does happen for a while, but the dryer may kind of knock that down from time to time this afternoon, ultimately bringing our snow totals down just a little bit as well. All right, as we bring it back in close, again, the metro still seeing steady snow here. Winter storm warnings are still in effect for the combination of snow and blowing snow. And once again, as we move in close, you can see those bands of enhanced snow still showing up where occasionally you get some moderate intensity to that snow. But right now, most of the metro still seeing light to occasionally moderate snow, and I think that's going to continue for a time. We'll just have to see how far north the dryer can get. Forecast model shows at least the snow continuing on and off through the afternoon, and then eventually the energy shifts into Iowa. That's where we'll really see the amounts go up, I think, this evening, especially central and northeastern Iowa. For us, we'll be left with windy, cold, drier conditions. Again, we're at about 2 to 2.5. I don't really see us getting much more than another 2 or 3, and that may be top end. So I trim this back to 3 to 5 right along the Missouri River. The amounts certainly go up into central and northeastern Iowa, and like we've been saying all morning long, not much out over central Nebraska. Just didn't really ever become much of a player with this particular weather system. So again, occasional snow. We'll probably add another couple of inches to that. Otherwise, 23, but it's going to blow around. It's tough to measure, and we already had some snow on the ground anyway. So snow depth probably still between about 6 and 10 inches by the time we wake up tomorrow morning. 14 tonight, we should just see flurries, but there'll be some blowing and drifting. And then our forecast for tomorrow, flurries, 23. Not as windy, which is a good thing. Maybe a light snow flurry as we head towards Wednesday. Otherwise, most of this particular shortened work week again looking dry and cold as we ring in the new year there. Bundle up if you're going to be out Thursday night. Temperatures will be in the teens. And I just checked the updated snowcast. Again, it's still feeding off some data from 2 or